What the plant needs is not soil. What the plant needs is nutrient, food. Because if we look at the characteristics of living things, one of the things that is written there is nutrition. A living thing must eat. They did not say for plants to be a living thing, it must eat through the soil medium. So as long as they get food, regardless of how the food comes, the plant is fine. Young people are not interested in farming through no fault of theirs, because in secondary school, in primary school, their introduction to agric was as punishment. Oh, you came late to school, go and clear grass.
Yeah.
You did this, go and do this. So agric for them is punishment. Worse than that, the kind of tools they are using, or they were using, or they are seeing, are the tools that our forefathers used around the time biro was first discovered, before computers were made. So if you are telling a graduate in 2024, say, hey, go get a cutlass and farm, the guy is thinking, I could have done this without going to school.
Yeah.
This is what we are using.
Okay.
So you would see that in soil alone, you can see the difference in growth. Where there is soil versus where there is no soil at all.
Wow. This one looks more healthy.
They were all planted the same day.
The same day.
The same space, the same nutrients, everything is what they get. You can see the number of fruits and all of them.
Welcome to Soilless Farm Lab. With me here is the CEO, the brain behind everything you see in this environment. So he's gonna be telling us about the idea behind Soilless Farm and the importance of Soilless Farm in Nigeria today. So Mr. Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
What was the idea behind this Soilless Farm Lab?
The idea was pretty simple. Produce food year-round, removing the seasonality-based production. That's simple. The key thing for us was we wanted to be able to produce food throughout the year.
Wow. So your product, are they the same with the normal one you do with soy?
Yes, it's like asking, so if you do cooking of food in your house, some people use firewood.
Okay.
Some people use stove, some use gas cooker, some use electric stove. Regardless of what you are using, what is important is there is heat.
Okay.
Now, whether I cook my rice with firewood or with stove, is there any real difference? No. The same way, what the plant needs is not soil. What the plant needs is nutrient, food. Because if we look at the characteristics of living things, one of the things that is written there is nutrition. A living thing must eat. They did not say for plants to be a living thing, it must eat through the soil medium. So as long as they get food, regardless of how the food comes, the plant is fine.
Wow. So the prices, are they the same price with the normal?
Yes. So Nigeria is not Europe where you can say, I am doing market differentiation because of technology. I don't think anybody goes to the local market and goes, hey, I want to buy tomatoes that is grown without soil. Or I want to buy pepper that is grown in greenhouse. Or I want to buy pepper that is grown using tractor for cultivation. No. So at the end of the day, we understand that we compete in an open market.
Okay.
So we cannot say because our technology is different, our price needs to be different. No, we don't have that kind of market, so it's the same price.
Wow. Another question is, before we go to the farms to see what you're doing over there, I also heard that you've trained over 10,000 people on how to do this.
Farmers we have today are getting older and older and older. And if we are not able to bridge that gap,
okay,
it means in a few years, we are going to have to depend on others to feed. And whomever feeds you owns you. Now, much more than that, you realize that the young people are not interested in farming through no fault of theirs. Because in secondary school, in primary school, their introduction to agric was as punishment. Oh, you came late to school, go and clear grass.
Yeah.
You did this, go and do this. So agric for them is punishment. Worse than that, the kind of tools they are using, or they were using, or they are seeing, are the tools that our forefathers used around the time Biro was first discovered, before computers were made. So if you are telling a graduate in 2024, say, hey, go get a cutlass and farm, the guy is thinking, I could have done this without going to school.
Yeah.
Why would I graduate and be doing things like this? So the idea was, or is, how can we show them that, one, there are better ways to do agriculture today? How can we show the young people that there is technology? See, I kid you not, regardless of how big the farm is, we cannot feed Nigerians alone. And if we do not have a lot of other young farmers coming on board, we are going to have, a breakdown of this facility. Not because of market demand, but because when food becomes too expensive for the common man, the common man will look for any place they can vandalize to get food.
That's true.
So how do you close that gap? How do we bridge that gap? We need to be intentional in saying, hey, you want to do agric, this is how to do agric. You want to, in every other sector, people train others.
Yeah.
You look at comedy, for example, look at football, for example, there are people intentionally training others. We must now start having that mindset within agric if we are going to make a change.
Okay.
That's the whole idea.
Let's now go to the farms to show you guys what, as Mr. Sam here, has been able to do here in Nigeria. So join us. Let's go to the farm.
Dockers, well done. So this is where they raise seedlings. These are peppers.
Oh, okay.
These are peppers. All coming up.
Yeah, this one is, they call it a nursery, right?
No, this is everything here is a nursery. These are more mature peppers.
Looks so healthy.
These are more mature peppers than the same one.
Wow.
These are more peppers.
Yeah, this looks so healthy.
So this is when this for visitors who come in for them to have an idea. So these were all planted the same day.
Wait, this is not soy.
So this is soil. This is ordinary tomatoes in soil.
Okay.
If I go to have an idea, this is soil mixed with shaft of rice.
Okay.
So the shaft of rice. This is shaft of rice and shaft of coconuts.
Oh, okay. No soy.
No soil at all.
Oh, wow.
You can touch it and see. You can feel it in your hand. You see that's not soil.
Yeah, wow.
So you see it's not soil. And this is shaft of coconut only. So when you go around the farm, this is what we are using.
Okay.
So you would see that in soil alone, you can see the difference in growth. Where there is soil versus where there is no soil at all.
Wow. This one looks more healthy.
They were all planted the same day.
The same day.
The same space, the same nutrients, everything is what they get. You can see the number of fruits and all of that on them.
And this one is, okay, this one fruit is looks so small.
They are still small, still coming up.
Yeah.
So this is why we do the soilless. So you can see you have faster growth compared to
normal soil.
So
wow.
Okay.
Oh guys, look at this. Does insects, do they affect the...
No, this place is green. That is why we have this sticky card.
Okay.
So any insect that wants to come in, they are attracted to bright colors.
Okay.
So they will come to all these sticky cards first. So without insects, you will not find any insects. So it's not that they are spraying chemicals.
Yeah.
Wow. The reason why this place has a net house is also to ensure insects do not come in easily.
Okay. Wow. Oh, these are classrooms.
These are all classrooms. We just came out from.
How much do you charge for your classes?
Free.
Free training.
It's a free training.
Wow, guys, this is good. This is beautiful. All the 10,000 people you trained is free of charge.
It's free.
Oh wow, man, you're doing something great.
You get to see people who are just resuming today. They started resumption on Monday. They will resume throughout this week.
Okay.
1,000 young people coming in. All the training is free.
Wow.
So when the plants come into a house like this, which we call a school house. So the other side, it was not so obvious, so because this is bigger, you can see it's not soil.
Yeah.
So you can see how the tomatoes are looking. You can see the bell peppers by the side. You can see how the fruits are looking.
Wow.
Then on the other side, that's called sweet Palermo. The pepper that looks long, those ones.
Yeah.
So these are bell, those are sweet Palermo.
I think they're almost due for
But they will still
harvesting.
get a bit bigger when they harvest.
Wow. Yes.
So then you have sweet Palermo.
Wow. Like how many do you harvest here in a month?
It depends on what they have in their house. It's because you can see that sweet Palermo.
It's so big.
So they are still going to get big. They come in different colors.
Oh yeah.
There's the yellow, there's the red, the yellow, and the green.
Okay, about you're saying something about the harvesting.
Yeah, so it depends on what we have in the house. If it is tomatoes,
Okay.
at the end of the day, where we have about 400 plants, a plant would give you minimum of 2 kg to 5 kg, that range per plant. So
Wow.
that gives you about 2 times 4 is 800 kg to as much as 3.2 tons.
Jesus.
3.2 tons in a cycle. So okay, just for you to have an idea of other things on the farm, we'll stop at some point and straight our point.
Okay. So, like, what and what do you actually plant? I've seen pepper.
So we do
tomatoes,
anything leafy veggie and fruity veggie. So we have tomatoes, bell peppers, habanero pepper, we have cucumbers, we have cherry, we have lettuce, we have coily kale. Basically veggies, horticulture products.
Yeah.
That's our focus.
Because people who are curious like me, like how much do you think the entire farm is worth? I can see online some people say $10 million Soilless farm. Some said $50 million.
Money, how we do. So the worth depends on what you want to actually classify. A single greenhouse with all the amenities inside costs over 8 million now.
Wow.
And we have over 500 of that, so they can do the math on their own. I'm waiting on them to bring this in.
Okay.
They can do the math, and that's not counting the assets.
Wow.
If you look at what it costs to build or to have a hosted area that can house 8,000 people.
Yes.
That has the beds, the mattress, the fans, and all of that. Think of the water, the power. We brought in electricity to the village.
Oh wow.
Much more than that. These are some machines we are just bringing in.
These ones are for cooling.
Yeah, this is for process. I'm sure you will notice it's still inside the nylon.
Yeah.
It's not yet in use. That's because this is going. That's
The new house.
here. So we have some inside different stores like that with us. And I'm sure if you probably go online, you will have an idea of what it costs to buy all of these machines, import and do all of that. I just delivery for some of the items that came.
Okay.
As I are seeing the plants and all. So this is a compost machine. So if we have any waste product from the farm, rather than throw it away, you just throw it inside, turn it on. In less than 24 hours, your manure comes out to use back on the farm.
Oh wow.
So that's what this is for.
Wow.
So this is a compost machine. So once they do their sorting, whatever is not good enough to go out comes in here to become manure. so that at the end of the day there is no waste.
Yes.
Auntie Tom Love, you follow man before.
Wow.
Auntie Jeff is not bad. Maybe it's open, I can enter from here just for him to see. Is it right now? This is not the official way.
Okay.
So this is the first house. So because they've not started harvest here, they will do harvest in the evening.
Okay.
Which machine is this? So this is where they sort. So these are some of the machines that are still arriving, but we've not, the whole stuff have not arrived yet.
Okay.
So when all of this arrives, what these are supposed to do is, right now they use hands to sort.
Okay.
That's to pick which is good, which is bad. We've got a whole set of machines that can do all of that work. So that's what this whole place is for. So when they start harvesting, all here is filled up with produce.
Yeah.
Then these crates are made for delivery. Is the other this thing open? Yeah, the cold room. No, the other one. These are just some produce that did not go out. So these ones are not the quality they want.
Oh, okay.
So they are still going to put them in the machine.
So this one are the waste, more like waste.
No, they are not waste. So when we say waste, not waste, because some people on the farm can say, I want this.
Okay.
I mean, why do I want to buy it expensive? Because at the end of the day, the reality still remains, whether it is small like this or big, the way people like it, the nutrient is the same.
Yes.
So it's a question of, so if people internal say, we don't need it, we just turn them to compost.
Wow, that's we put it here.
Yeah, turn it to compost and we take it back into the farm.
Wow.
So nothing
goes waste. Nothing goes to waste. Wow. Oh my god, guys. Never knew something like this actually exists in Abeokuta. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about what Mr. Sam is doing here? But what actually amazed me most is the free classes. Imagine building that kind of hostels to offer free services. I wonder how you're making your money, but I know God is your strength.
Sell produce at the end of the day. We are a farm, like I said. One thing people need to put in mind is when you run businesses in rural areas, you must be intentional about building that environment.
That's
because if we do not build the environment, at the end of the day, we are going to spend all our profits trying to solve local issues of security.
Yes.
And all of that. So,
yes.
And I think to a large extent, that is where we've gotten it wrong in the past, when it comes to building businesses in rural areas. And again, not to downplay the whole error, the whole what's the word now? Uncle, Pastor Larry, good afternoon. Not to downplay the whole what slavery meant, but we realize that one of the biggest issues, or one of the issues, maybe not biggest, but one of the issues with slavery was the fact that our slave masters of the past were not intentional about building the nation.
Yes.
That is what made it exploitative.
Yes.
If they were doing all of that but still building the nation, maybe that anger that people have against them would have been reduced.
Yes.
So this is the sorting, what's it called? Processing facility we are still building.
Okay.
So at least we've gotten almost to where they put the roof and all of that. So we already have almost all the machines available that will fill up this whole space for processing.
Yeah. Wow.
For processing.
So let's say someone wants to attend the class, your classes. How do they go about it?
So they go online, they go to our website, they register.
Okay.
If they are selected, they get admission.
Wow.
It's a 3-month free training, so if selected, they get admission.
When they get admission, are they going to sleep around? Is there accommodation for them, or they come from?
We have hostel.
Oh wow! Hey.
We have free hostel available for them. Our hostel is 1,000 people capacity.
Yeah.
So they get to stay here. So here you have the staff quarters. So all the staff live on the farm. And you see there is a food. There is a basketball court.
Okay.
We have a volleyball court, badminton court. Then we have different board games they can play, all for free. We have a health center. We have a health center. Felix, how are we? So they have snooker, table tennis. For those that need to play ball and watch football or watch anything on TV.
Yeah.
There is a viewing center. They just come with their chairs. Again, it is free. Then in the facility there is a church, there is a mosque, so that it's not like, oh, because you are on the farm, you forget about the God you serve.
Yes.
How are you? So you still get to have, how are we? So you still get to have all of that experience you would have had. So yeah, we have a market in the facility. So because people live in here, they need to be able to buy whatever they need.
Yes.
From food stuff to any other accessories like tailoring, saloon, we have all of that, laundry, everything is in the market.
Supported by government
So
or?
there is no government support.
Oh wow.
No government support. So here you have the market. So the market has 2 sets of people selling inside. The villagers around, we have allowed them to come to the market and sell every day of the week, except Sunday that most of them will say they want to rest.
Yes.
Then some of the students who had graduated realized, I don't like farming, but can I get a space in the market? We are like, why not? So there's the saloon, the male and female. They have probably not come out yet, so that's the market. So this first one is a bakery.
Okay.
So different things are sold in the market, veggie from food. How are you at you? Different things.
Wow, it's a very busy market.
So those are the hostels I spoke about.
The farm.
Like the farm with the one we entered just now, you saw tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's what you have all the way like that.
Wow.
So we have over 500 of them on the farm. Ooh. So that's the farm in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So there we have what we call the pack house. So the pack house is where the product comes to, where they are sorted before they go out to meet the customers.
Oh, okay.
So that's where products are stored. If they are not going out immediately.
So who are your targeted markets? Is it the local markets, women, or mostly the malls? Or which one?
Our first market are restaurants.
Oh, okay.
And the reason it's restaurant is because one, as a business, I need somebody I know needs our products every day.
Yes. Every day.
So the restaurants have an amount they must purchase daily.
Yes.
So restaurants, they are our first. Hotels, restaurants, same family. So these are more crates that just came back from delivery. So they are going to be washed before they go back to storage.
So you give to them and they return it back?
Like when we deliver, once they come back from the market,
okay,
they have to wash before they take this thing back.
Okay.
This side is on. Let me be on.
Wow.
So this is the cold room. So when you bring in product, you can store your product there.
Wow. This is very big.
Yeah, this is just like a big fridge.
So during your harvesting period, you can store a lot of produce there?
Yes.
Wow. Now how long can it last?
As long as you want.
As long? Wow.
So if, for example, you need to store tomatoes, you can keep tomatoes here for 2-3 months.
Inside here?
Yes, it's a fridge. So just imagine how you can store products in your house. using the fridge. Anything the fridge at home can do, this can do. Anything the fridge at home can do. So we have one. This is another one to your back.
Okay.
I forgot to show you the third one. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I think I saw something around there.
White. That's the third one. So anything that can be stored easily. Then for the fridge, when they are done, or when they are ready, not when they are done, they will bring them here.
Okay. Okay.
You can see some crates that we've washed already. So we've washed here, but this machine just came in. We're about to install. The machine also washes crates.
Wow.
Because they have to do a lot of washing every now and then.
Yeah.
So the machine, you fix your crate in, turn it on, goes under. All these are channels for water to pour out.
Yeah. I love how you're making everything so easy for human being. Not so. The family don't look like flex.
Like I said, you can see there are a lot of panel for the installation of different machines.
Yeah.
Just that we've not installed yet because that place is not ready. So we just stored them here temporarily.
Wow.
So that is the farm in a nutshell.
Yeah. So is another question? This farm, is it the same what they call big gate called GMO? GMO. It's not the same thing.
No. So GMO is people who plant a particular kind of seed. So the seeds that we use on this farm is called a hybrid seed.
Okay.
So we use hybrid seeds. Some people can decide to use organic seeds, heirloom seeds. So GMO is a kind of seed you choose to plant that has been genetically modified.
Okay.
But on this farm we use strictly hybrid seeds.
Okay.
And our seed source is Rice One in the Netherlands. So we are open about it that this is the seed we plant. This is where we buy it. Locally, our source is Seedfort Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
So it's an open secret. It's not like, we don't know where you're not.
Wow.
Like we'd always tell people, go to the company Seedfort, tell them, Soilless said we buy from you. Because this is our relaxation spot. People say, Soilless said we buy from you. Is it true? You will see our order, you will see their delivery and everything. It's, again, an open secret.
Wow. Wow, Mr. Sam, very, I'm speechless because you're doing some amazing things out here. Just want to, for the last question,
yes.
What's your actually your challenges, and what do you think government can actually do to support this kind of farming to enable Nigerians have access to food?
What I would say is, so if I say my challenges, that would be me being what's the word, stingy and selfish, like it's all about me.
Okay.
Because so this is just a relaxation spot where people can come,
wow,
sit, buy whatever they want to relax. So if we see the challenges would be the same for everybody. Okay. It's the same for everybody. The same in the sense that number one, we need young people to have access to affordable finance.
Yeah.
So we cannot as a nation be saying we need people to come into our Greek and you have loan available at 20-something%, 30-something%.
Yeah.
How would that young person survive? How would that young person be able to use that loan and earnestly pay it back? So the first thing is we need to start thinking of affordable funds, especially in the areas of agriculture, so that the young chap that wants to start agric can have access to funds to start well.
Yeah.
Because you see, at the end of the day, if the fund is not affordable, that is where people will become scammers.
Yes.
That is when people would try to cut corners, provide food that is not healthy.
Yes.
Just because they want to meet up the difference.
Yes.
So that is very important. Two would be, we need to start thinking of how to create basic amenities, incentivized basic amenities. So I am saying incentivized because I am not one of those that would say, government should do everything. Because again, at the end of the day, the reality remains that the person that is in government was at some point a civilian, yes, or a regular everyday person. Yeah. What he did not know before he entered government, he is not going to suddenly know it in government. So we then need to start looking at how can we have collaborative growth. And what the role of government would be in that collaborative growth is, can we intentionally create a platform where I as Samson can say, oh, hey, I want to sell something to Chinedu restaurant.
Yes.
But Chinedu restaurant understands that I have what it takes to actually produce for them.
Yes.
Chinedu restaurant is now willing to say something. Take 30% or 40% of the money you need.
Yes.
That way you realize what I need to borrow becomes less.
Yes.
Why? Chinedu restaurant that I want to produce for has contributed to what I need to pay for.
Yes.
But right now you realize the farmers are still at that point where they have to source for everything on their own. Sorry, just so that I won't forget.
Okay.
So these are some of our seeds. You can see it's on open display. That's the company's name, Rise One. So you can see it's on open display. So it's not like, oh, the agronomist is not around, they have the key to open.
Yeah.
But you can see it's on open display. So it's not like, oh, we don't know the seeds they are using and they are not paying me to advertise them. But it's about the fact that I understand that as a farmer, one of the ethics of being a good farmer is your consumer should know what they are consuming.
Yes.
We should be open to them to tell them, oh, this thing I am giving to you, this is how I grew it, this is where I got it, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So, yeah. But I was saying, some of the things that we then need to start looking at is, how do we create an enabling environment? How do we work with government to create an enabling environment? How receptive are those in power to understanding? Because again, there is still this huge gap between those in power and those in reality. We are discussing, and I told you earlier that I brought in electricity to the village.
Yes.
That should not have been my job. But I also understood that by bringing in that electricity to the village, I was able to help increase the price of land for the locals by over 100%.
Wow.
So land they were selling at maybe 300, 350, now can go as much as 3 million. That extra does not come to me. But what that extra money they can make from that land does to them is they can shift their economic base from being the very poor to probably a bit of middle class. Some of them today are able to send their kids to school just because we brought in electricity.
Yes.
So imagine if somebody then says, let's help you tar the roads. It improves.
Yes.
And much more than that, if the road gets tarred, these farmers can get their local products to the market faster.
Yes.
Less loss on the road. So you realize, again, like I said, the government needs to start looking at what are the basic amenities. It's not about you want to share fertilizer. No. If you share the fertilizer this year, you will need to share it again next year.
Yes.
But there are some things that you can just help the farmer take off their neck, one off.
Yes.
That simple thing that is taken off becomes an opportunity to multiply wealth, to build wealth. Just that little thing that is taken off. So yes.
Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. And if you have any question for Mr. Sam, just simply go to their website, soillessfarmlab.com, right?
Yes, SSfarmlab.com.
Yes, so kindly go there and check more details about this amazing innovation. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.